everybody, I'm Miley McKay, and today I got something really cool to show you. This is my newest addition to my movie collection. This is the Fly collection from Scream Factory. If you see my old videos, you already know I have the Critters collection also from Scream Factory. Which, if you guys ever want to see a comparison, that thing where I show off both of them at the same time, just thumbs up, thumb down, that would be cool. I don't know, I'm thinking about doing that. If you guys want to see that, don't be afraid to let me know. But I actually like the old Fly movies. Some of these are from the 50s, and the last two are from the 80s. These three here are the old ones. This one's in color, which shocked me because it's from like 1958. And these two are not. They're in black and white. And these two are in color because they're from the 80s. You see this beautiful artwork. Not beautiful, ugly artwork, but really cool artwork. Nonetheless, that goes all the way around the box, on the spine, and then on the back side of the box. And then you got the melty face and all that. I'll explain why that is in a minute. Now, all these movies that come in this set have the theatrical artwork on the covers because that's Scream Factory does that. They look like this. This is the original, The Fly from the 50s. I have this in my player right now because I'm about to watch it. It's a good movie though. I like these old B movies. If you're unfamiliar with the story of The Fly, let me explain. So, The Fly is a 1958 horror film about a man who... The basic story is that a man is developing a teleportation experiment, the teleportation device, when a fly goes into the machine with him, and as he's teleported, his DNA combines with it, causing... Well, is there a picture of it on here? Maybe not. Oh. Well, there's one picture where he has his face covered, but it causes him to have one of his arms is replaced with a fly's pincer, and his head's replaced with a horrible, nasty fly head. That's the gist of it. It's based on a short story, which you should definitely listen to. I listened to it today. It's pretty good. It's one of the classic sci-fi horror films that exist, but I do like the old artwork on these. Then you get Return of the Fly, which is the sequel to the old one. You get The Curse of the Fly, which is the third film in the original series. But you get that. And then my personal favorite version of The Fly. This is the remake from 1986 with Jeff Goldblum. This movie is great, but it's also incredibly disgusting. Because while the story of his accident stays most the same, there's one big difference in this. He does the teleportation and the fly goes in the machine with him and is on the window as he does it. He comes out of the machine and at first he seems normal, but then he starts a horrifying metamorphosis where his body starts decaying and falling apart, and it's just disgusting until he becomes this gross monster fly thing. David Cronenberg at its best. It's a good movie though. And then you do actually get the sequel to the remake, which I've never seen before, The Fly 2 from 1989, and this is actually about the guy from this one's son. So, there's that. But I do like this box set. I'm very happy to have it. It's a cool thing. I was definitely happy to get it when my local Walmart had this, because by the time of this recording, I got this last night, and my local Walmart only had 2 of these. They just got 2 of them in. They were the only 2 they had. And I'm glad I got the one that I did, because the other one you can see there's a bit of a ding right here, but It's not too bad, but the other one that they had was like completely smashed in. It was horrible looking. I'm glad I made out with the better condition one, with the better condition slip box. Pretty sturdy box too. And one thing I like about how Scream Factory does this, you get a look at the spine again. It's a pretty cool thing. I've always loved the story of the fly and the whole science experiment gone wrong things. This was a cool thing for me. So, oh yeah, and this did actually come with a sheet on the back of this. Hold on, let me show you. Right, here's that sheet. Shows all the special features. And all that. Well, not all of them, but most of the new special features that they put on here. The years that all the films came out. So sad that's not Fox anymore. You notice this is not rated? That's because the ones from the 50s aren't rated, because they didn't have ratings yet. Ratings, little fun fact, the Film Ratings Board rating movies didn't become a thing until about 1960. Anyway, sorry, my dogs got into, I guess, a bit of a scuffle. I had to break it up. Anywho, the reason it says not rated down here in R is because the films from the 80s are R-rated. The trilogy from like the 50s and early 60s is not, because they didn't have ratings then. I'm pretty sure like film ratings started becoming a thing in 1967, I think. That was around that time that started being a thing. But there's still like films from the 60s that aren't rated because they didn't rate them or whatever. But it's still a cool set. And then it's got the read-ups for all the films in one thing. It's a cool little set. I do like this. There's nothing on the back side of this. But this was stuck to the back of the box. I was actually pleased to see that if you notice, it was not glued on. Thank God, because I've had Blu-ray sets in the past and shit that have this glued on the back of it, or like steelbooks that have it glued on the back of it, and when it doesn't come off right, I'll have to peel the little it's almost like hot glue, because it's like a rubbery glue, but it just peels right off, and I hate having to do that, so I was glad to see this wasn't glued on. But anyways, that was my Scream Factory, the Fly collection box set. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. Oh, actually, before I go, I just wanted to say that thing about Waverly Hills, that's still happening. At the time of this recording, it's happening this coming weekend on Saturday. So I could do it like right before Halloween. And it's not just like one tour of the place. No, I get to be in there from like midnight to 6 a.m. Actually longer than that, like 11 to 6 a.m. So, yeah. It should be fun though. You will still see videos from it on my channel. I will still take video there. If they let me take my phone, which they're gonna let me take my phone in. So even if they don't, I'm gonna sneak it in. I don't give a fuck. When you do see the footage, it's gonna be weird looking, because I don't know if they're gonna let me use my phone light in there, which is what I use to make these videos. You can see the shine right there. Let's see how it follows. So it's gonna be one of those things where you're gonna see what looks like a black light being shined everywhere, most likely, because I don't think they'll let me use my phone light. But we'll see. and I'll have videos from before I go in and when I go in while I'm in there. So it's gonna be a bunch of videos for that. When I say a bunch, I would make only like few videos of it while I'm there, but the thing is, like the way my phone records stuff, it's really weird. It like it like it only lets me record for so long before my thing shuts off. So I'm gonna have to like if I want a super long video, I'm gonna have to edit some stuff together, which I can do. So it is what it is. I'll see you guys in the next video though. Bye bye.